It's trigger time. We both know someone's been stupid. They're gonna get exposed for being a silly dick. Welcome to Wall of Fail XXL, because some people just don't know how to conduct themselves in a way that is non-illegal and non-person or life-threatening. Now, what I'm about to talk about is the 16-day bar closure in the Central Belt. Right, that has no connection to city councils. But anyway, and this 16 days, 16 days is basically 2 weeks, 2 days. And compared to the previous lockdown we had surrounding bars, this is actually a piece of fucking pish. I do understand the bars are up against it again, and there would be a struggle, but compared to the previous lockdown, this struggle is just a piece of piss. And on if I check the date again, that was the 8th of this month, 8th of October, Thursday, and the time was 6 p.m. It closed, all the pubs closed, and on Friday the 9th, roughly about 6 p.m, through the powers of Facebook and influencers, think that it would be a good idea for everyone to traipse to the city chambers and dump buckets full of ice on the ground outside the city chambers. I am absolutely for peaceful protests, but that was just a distinct act of vandalism, because the pavement outside the city chambers is the type of pavement, if you put ice on it, it itself becomes icy, it becomes a slips and trips hazard, and apart from anything, all of that ice is essentially water, and it will eventually melt, and it could cause damage, and also there is the risk of contaminating people with the COVID bacteria. And it's a recipe for fucking disaster. And you know what is even more disastrous? The comments on things like Glasgow Live and what else on the Facebook. People writing in like comments like, "Oh, yous are so brave, you are my heroes. Kiss kiss emoji. Yous are right sticking it up to the man. Get him fucking tilt. Get him city council tilt." And other things like "hands off my pub." Not really your pub, it's the landladies or landman or whatever. And then there was more comments like "people power." Now that is getting distinctly dangerous indeed. It's absolutely ridiculous. Without getting kind of on my high horse, I'm just getting myself a drink. Without getting too on my high horse about things, ultimately Glasgow City Council had absolutely no responsibility in causing the 16-day lockdown to happen towards bars. They don't. That's water. Anyway, if you want to what you call witch hunt, and on that regard, Glasgow City Council has nothing to do with anything. Edinburgh City Council, nothing to do with it. Dundee, nothing to do with it. Inverclyde has nothing to do with it. In actual fact, the regulations for this 16-day lockdown came from like a health scientist, a health secretary, and Nicola Sturgeon up in Hollywood, up in Edinburgh. But the thing is, most people stayed in Glasgow to do this Icy Protest thing. There was a small Icy Protest outside the a building in Edinburgh, but a lot of Glaswegians are so endemically racist. They wouldn't sully themselves by travelling through to the sister city, which is only 48 miles away. And yeah, I mean, what I mean by these people that are racist, right? You get this anti-English sentiment on Facebook, anti-Edinburgh sentiment posted by people on Facebook, and these are the exact same ironic bastards that are liking pages like Refugee and virally denouncing racism, but on the opposite hand, they're that endemically racist. They can't stomach the thought of jumping on a National Express to Edinburgh, or making a phone call to a building that is based in Edinburgh to deal with a matter. But anyway, yes, I've dealt with that one. But yeah, it seems to be at the weekend there are really, really silly things that have been going on. And one example being these people walking about saying, "Oh, Corona doesn't exist, Corona doesn't exist." Of course it fucking exists. Just take a trip down to an A&E ward for fuck's sake. Anyway, so yeah, and also the ice stuff. That was another example of a very dumb weekend, but I just hope there's no more. I'm away for a sleep, and yeah, something to eat beforehand. Catch.